having. So the karmic clearings are good to clear repeat patterns that you have in your life. And they're especially good for things like relationships and people that you can come up with in the workforce that, just people you're around a lot, family members, things like that. So, and for this process, you'll want to have a pen and paper ready so we can, what I'll do is have everyone create karma cards. And what you'll do in the karma card, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but one of the reasons is because the first things you'll write down, your unconscious mind are bringing to you. It's amazing because you can read your own list from top to bottom, and they'll show up in the importance that your unconscious mind picked for you to work on them. Love you too. Hi, Nina. So yeah, so if you can have a pen and paper, and basically what you'll want to do, we're just setting up YouTube, is write down, and it's not that you can erase karma 100%, and why would you want to? Because we're here for soul growth. Hi, Olga. Hi, Donna. But what happens is karmic situations in one's life, they can become as, they can turn into roadblocks in your life, and they can cause you to shut down. They can stop things from happening that you're here to do. They can cause a lot of problems. And so what the process does is it takes the energy and takes roadblocks and turns them into little speed bumps. And these are sometimes things that you just feel you can't get past. And we've all had these things happen to us. And I've done this process on my own self over the years, and I've much less and less karmic situations come up. And when I do, I'll immediately usually do a process. Like one example in myself was I normally don't attract people into my life. They're in the mafia, but I attracted someone about a month ago in my life that was a former, well, they still might be in it actually, person. And ironically, though, they said they had a spiritual awakening. So we crossed paths for a reason, but they obviously had some really heavy energy that clashed with mine. So, but yeah, so if you want to start that now, you can. And as soon
start what now?
The karmic clear me. Well, no, actually, I'm gonna have you talk for a minute. So you're talking to yourself. But yeah, and this gives you time. What are we doing here?
It's trying to reconnect.
Oh, okay. So
hi guys. We are actually on both on the YouTube, but the Facebook is trying to reconnect. Okay. And so it's perfect what it is. Let me check on that, and it should be a little frozen. So that's good because you have it that way. We're reversed. Okay. And then how life is. So hi everybody. Let me just check that right now. There we go. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, so I'll just do this little intro and then we'll begin. How's that sound?
So okay, and then we'll go back to you after me.
Of course.
And this is what chakra? The earth chakra. This singing bowl that we're working with now is for the Earth Star chakra. That is because my soles and my feet are vibrating like nobody's business.
I think everybody's souls are vibrating right now after the eclipse. Hi guys, this is Patrick and this is Rebecca, and we are here broadcasting from Pembroke Pines. Thank you so much for joining us on this, the final broadcast of the Exodus to the Newer series. Oh yeah, this is Wardrobe by George. And so I want to thank you guys for joining us on this August 27, 2017 broadcast.
And your really cool crystal from Bisbee?
Yes. Oh, you guys should actually see this. This is like in an antique store in that place where I said where rivers of time meet. And so, oh, actually, I got a little light here. Let me just show you
I think
guys.
they're on from this. Yeah.
And so that is what that looks like. It's a Vogel cut. It was in the antique store. Please, trying to reconnect. Could you please reconnect? And so Facebook may be having some issues, and we should have good broadcast on the audio and on the phone and
You can,
the other
if you want
things.
to type in too, if they want to go
So,
to YouTube. And
also,
anyone on Facebook, if it keeps stopping or whatever, you can go into YouTube under Patrick McCormick. We're streaming from his YouTube right now.
yes, in the Facebook, there's a newsletter that I put in my YouTube page, so you can go on Facebook to find its enemy of YouTube and then get on that one. And so, guys, we are here at the Crystal Vortex Pyramid of the people who often do John of God healing things once a month, and this is what?
Sunday?
No, I'm talking, you were going, and I was wondering what
It's
that is.
Sunday. You were
Because
going to say it's
your
Sunday.
thoughts were all over me just now. They were going by at a high rate of speed. And so I noticed that there was a lot of mentality just cruising by. So Rebecca is going to start this with a karmic clearing. Now, if you remember, or whoever was attending this previous 11 broadcasts of the Exodus to the New Earth, it was such an interesting experience down there in Bisbee, Arizona. And it's like a whirlwind tour, wasn't it? And I want to thank you guys for sponsoring that to get that really down there and going well, because boy, did it work. And during the eclipse, as you know, Kartron was saying, everybody was saying, oh, look, shiny, pretty. He's going, pay no attention to the wizard that's pulling out war and death and negative consciousness and disease and putting in love and light and peace and harmony. So that was really cool that you guys that were helping to actually bring in the good stuff when millions and millions of people all over the world were focusing on one little pinpoint in the cosmos. So that was pretty cool, wasn't it? And those of you who helped on that, you've really basically created a new future. And with this, that's interesting that is, I wonder if it's connecting in my phone because it doesn't have it. So I'm going to check on that, and Rebecca is, so I'm going to do a little tech check on that. And so guys, what Rebecca will do is a nice clearing of karmic energies. Now, these karma,
YouTube under Patrick McCormick.
now karma is basically, I think, besides an accounting system, is something that keeps a good level of balance.
Well,
so,
it does. See what it is, ironically, most people don't know this, but karma is something our higher self, a lot of it is set up by our own higher self in order for our soul's plan. So if you think about it, okay, what if, think about yourself going to a gym and, you're like, oh God, this trainer's killing me. So say you've worked on your upper body for all these lifetimes and now it's time to work on your lower body. It's kind of like that effect, and you're like, on some level that you don't want this workout. I'm trying to think of the best way to explain this.
Great.
Because you're like, yeah, this
Good
is painful.
Oh, yeah, good. Yes.
But karma is definitely not punishment as most people think of it. It is, it's for growth, and it's not some bad thing. You're not being punished from another life because you were with this really bad soul.
Well, there's a lot of balancing going on, and
There
it can
is
feel
balance.
like punishment.
Yeah, it can, and a lot of people are like, why is this happening to me? I must have been really bad in my past lives, and it's not so much really that way.
What we've done is we've invited karma to speak for itself. Hi, I'm karma, and everybody thinks that I'm really bad, but I'm just trying to do my job. God, they tasked me to do this thing, keep accounting of everything, and it just got all messed up, and now they blame me for all this. I just don't understand.
If I'm in this lifetime with you and I have this one thing that I really want to master, it's all about mastery in the end, and I haven't mastered it in like my last 2 relationships, you can be sure it's going to come up in the next one. And the thing is, the problem with it is, on some level, we are graduating past the need. We should have most of our karma mastered, although if you look at the presidential stuff, that's a whole hilarious thing in itself. But for most of us that are evolving, the problem with it is the time that we're in right now. This is important. If we were back in the dark ages and we couldn't evolve and we were going so slow again, like, oh God, we're these, now everything's happening really quick, and we can actually literally come here in these bodies, and even that spirit too, we can accomplish all of these things that we came here to do. And the heavy karmic stuff That's why we need to be free of it, pretty much. It's basically what we're trying to say.
You know,
so, and that's what we're going to do today.
Donna Hill gave a really great question to Kartron, so after you're done, then he can answer that one. So Donna, that was very well put. And we have a quote from a friend, so we just got 20 minutes ago. So anyway, that'll be interesting. Facebook seems to be having a little trouble. So why don't you do your karmic thing? But you're going to need music, and then also I'm going to work on changing the face of book.
Beautiful. So everyone, yeah, you can go to YouTube if
Would music? You want to get it on this?
Oh yeah, you can just pick Merlin's match.
Okay, Merlin?
That's a nice, yeah, that's a nice.
Okay, sure, ma'am. Right away, ma'am. No problem, ma'am.
Oh, so yeah, hi Deborah. So yeah, if everyone wants to hop onto YouTube, and just in case the Facebook keeps cutting out, and it would break up the energy.
I gotta.
And you'll be able to hear.
Excuse me while I finish breaking up.
That's YouTube on Patrick
jumpsuit.
and we're gonna try to fix the Facebook. Facebook is kind of what it is.
Excuse me, sleep suits for babies just came on. It's called Merlin's Magic, so that's not exactly what we want.
Oh, magic. I see. The top one.
Yes, ma'am. I got it.
Hi, Michelle.
Battery 90%. Connected to Patrick's MacBook Pro and Patrick's iPad.
Okay, here we go, guys.
And I'm gonna turn this down a little bit.
Please work.
You're watching.
It works. Ready?
Yeah. Okay, so to everyone that does have a pen and paper, and to anyone that doesn't, you can bring this to mind consciously. What you're going to bring to mind are things like repeat patterns that show up in your life, repeat situations, where, for example, you're like hanging out with these people, or you're at work, so you work with these like horrible people, so you're like, oh god, quit that job, you go to a new job, you're like, I'm with all these nice people now, and then give it a month or so, and the same actor or actress shows up on your karmic stage. It's just a different body. Those are the kind of things we want to clear. Attributes in relationships that show up, things like that. You can also do this with souls on the other side of the veil, and so you haven't worked out with them, connecting with them too. This is ideal to clear out, especially your family members, those wonderful souls that you chose as your parents. Pretty much anyone, people in the workplace, situations that seem really cool, but you end up backing away from because you become afraid. This is ideal for that. Anything that comes to mind and whatever comes up is absolutely perfect. And we want you to pick as many things as you can. So imagine if the angels are going to come in and literally, so they're like, okay, we're going to remodel your house for free. You know, think about it. The angels are showing up, they're all at your door with their stuff. Are you just going to say, oh, well, just do my kitchen and one of my bedrooms? I mean, they're going to do this for free. So you want to pick like everything that needs remodeled, repaired. So just look at it that way. So go ahead and just take a few minutes and really think, write down things that you would really like to be free of. And I'll come back in a minute or two. Okay, so now if everyone could center their awareness into their heart, the deepest parts of your heart and get into that place of peace, eternal love, eternal joy, coming into the eternal now, letting go of the past, future, and being right here, right now. And also you can get in touch with your heart by placing your hand upon your heart and pick at least one thing that you're grateful for today. And now let's begin an angelic heart link, sending this energy up through our heart, golden cord of energy up through the crown, out the crown, sending this through the highest levels of divinity you can possibly conceive of in this moment, connecting in with all of your ancestors, your guides, your guardian angel, that amazing being who watches over you from birth until death, never leaving your side. Connecting in with all of your power animals, your soul council, those amazing beings, and helping clear each and every incarnation. Connecting in with all of the healing angels of the energy field. And now particularly, let's make a very, very, very strong connection, heart to heart, with Archangel Gabriel, who will be the lead angel leading this process tonight. And here he comes, and if you could open your heart and receive the love that all of these beings send back down to you. Once again, particularly making that heart-to-heart connection with Gabriel. Allow this energy to flood into your heart, all of your energy bodies. Continuing to receive, the angels like to call this spiritual selfishness. You receive all of this energy. Many, many beings stepping forth to be present with us now. They also knowing the heavy karmic burdens that we have carried lifetime after lifetime. Okay, the next part of this process, we're going to send out human heart links. And these can be to those embodied and disembodied. I'm going to start by sending those out, particularly to all of our family members. And this is just a golden energy cord, heart to heart. And particularly, we want to send these to people that we would consider enemies. Sending out hundreds, if not thousands of these connections. And sometimes people will come to your mind that you haven't thought of in years or lifetimes. Sending these out to friends, co-workers, your husband or wife, boyfriends, girlfriends, romantic partners, your children. Continuing to connect in with all of these souls, one after another, connecting in with hundreds and hundreds of souls. And those disembodied, any issues you may have not worked out with them, continue to connect in, knowing that they too will receive a tremendous benefit from this process. And now we're going to start spinning clockwise vortex first around our individual energy fields. And as we do this, if you would like to
Actually, this is cutting out and really interrupting the whole flow.
we can just do that on the phone, how I was going to do it.
Okay, so.
Or you want to just shut off that speaker and put it on there?
Yes. What would you like?
You can shut off the speaker and just have it on the computer.
It is.
Oh, you can turn it up a little bit.
And then it will cut out and it will
That's
totally
fine.
remove the
Okay.
effect.
Okay, so we're gonna once again start an energy spin around our individual energy fields, spinning this energy clockwise. Is there a third eye bulb?
I don't know. No, there is not.
Okay. Just the big one then.
You could just do a third eye bulb.
This one will be good. Because I want it to amplify the energy. And once again, you can also tune into the energy of the bowl as we ask the angels to amplify this. And now for us as a group, we'd like to extend this energy vortex. And we ask the angels to build the energies as we sit peacefully and beautifully centered, as if in the eye of a hurricane. Continuing to allow the energies to build. Continuing to sit peacefully into an almost blinding white light. And now we ask the angels to bring that vortex to a stop. And now we begin the clockwise spin, first around our fields, our single fields around each of our bodies, beginning the counterclockwise spin. Allowing the energy to continue to build. We can do that again. And now we start to allow the energy to spin with all of us as a unified group, continuing to spin counterclockwise. And we're just going to open up with some sacred geometry to repair our cellular memory with this release. You could do it a little louder. continue to allow the energies to build. Once again, sitting in the center of a beautiful and almost blinding white light. Now if you could take your 3 middle fingers and touch the karmic points, which are located right under the occipital region of the skull. So it's right underneath the base of the skull. There will be an indentation point. On each side, the left and right, each point is about the size of a quarter. And these connect us in with the reptilian part of the brain. And these points are the gateway to karmic memory. And as you touch these points, just allow whatever that comes up to be seen or not seen. Some people may get visions, read some of their Akashic records, or see particular patterns that they've been working on for lifetimes. They've come into this time, this present time, to resolve. And at any time you can rest your hands upon your lap. Whenever scenes come up, just watch them like a movie, not judging anything. And as the karmic energy releases, this will feel like waves. This energy comes upward from the feet and then dissipates. And you may need to shift your breath, and we ask the angels to increase the spin. And we ask the angels to go even deeper into our cellular memory. Those things that may be very stuck, very difficult, the very, very heavy things. And at any time, if the energy feels stuck, you can take the 3 middle fingers, once again placing them up on the karmic points, underneath the occipital region, right at the top of the base of the skull. Tremendous waves of energy releasing. And once again, we invite the angels to go even deeper to those things you swore you wouldn't even think of, look at, things that you may never have forgiven yourself for, things that may have caused horrific pain and horrific suffering to either yourselves or that you may feel you have done to others. We ask the angels to go in even deeper. Tremendous amounts of energy being released. And now once again for a final sweep, we ask the angels to go in even deeper. Things that we may not even know about, that may be playing out in our lives. Anything that's unconscious, we invite the angels to go in and now completely heal and completely release once and for all. And once again, if any time the energy feels stuck, just taking these fingers and placing them up under the occipital region, at the base of the neck, right underneath the skull, and there's indentation. And sometimes the angels are full ready to take the rest of this energy and just take it up. And sometimes, for whatever reason, there's a part of us that wants to pull these down like a sandbag, maybe thinking we deserve some kind of punishment or whatever, but we ask the angels to completely release all of that now. And as we do this, we bring this counterclockwise vortex to a stop.